All right, now with regards to the Q&A, I will spend the next 10 minutes or so to answer some questions. Yeah. Doesn't have to be related to today's topic and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so for the first question, when am I planning to buy Tesla? I would say I'm actually planning to average in, given the current volatility that's ongoing in the market itself. Yeah, prices are fluctuating. I mean, recently there's a crash and it's still crashing now. It's still going down. So I would say I'm actually averaging into this particular company. Yeah. Second question: what is the September effect? Personally, I don't really know what's the September effect. But if with regards to the volatility, there's a few things I can share about with regards to them. First thing first is there's two kind of investors that's out there. First is the institutional investor as well as the retail investor. So what is pushing the market up in the past few months is retail investors, and what I mean by that is due to FOMO and stuff. So many investors, retail investors, are actually investing in the market with the mentality that they can buy low, sell high. So that's first. Second thing is they would like to profit from the capital gains. At this very same time, institutional investors are actually offloading their positions, and they are actually, I would say, pricing in a sense that I would say locking in their profits since it's like I would say the last quarter of the year, in a sense that to show the investors that their funds or their firm is actually doing well, is actually profiting, to show their investors or their clients that um, they are in the right hands one way or another. So because of these two combination, there's actually a lot of like fluctuation volatility in the market, and that's the first. However, yeah. Then the second thing would be companies are actually, I would say, restructuring. Could be their corporate restructuring or the refinancing and stuff like that. I would say to cleanse the company one way or another, so as to prepare for the next year 2021. So I think this is also one of the reasons why we are able to see not so optimistic news that is, I would say, released from the respective company itself. Next question. What are your thoughts on the recent tech rout? My thoughts on recent tech, I would say the dip that we are seeing now, I won't exactly say it's a crash cause and you need to stretch out in a longer period before you can actually determine, or like I will determine what's the outcome itself. With regards to that, my standing would be, like I mentioned earlier, most of the price that is driving the market up is by retail investors. So in a sense that what is driving the price now is also because of retail investors itself. When they are entering the market, is they have this FOMO mentality whereby they are seeing price going up and they want to be part of it. They want to profit from it. But at the very same time, they don't understand why the price is crashing and why the price is going up. And that's also the reason why they are panicking in a sense. So when they start to see people selling that share, like a huge number of people selling their particular stock, they would also follow suit because they have no idea why they're investing in the company in the very first place. And they have no idea why people are selling the company in the very first place as well. So that's also one of the reasons why I always advocate fundamental investing in a sense. I have nothing against trading and stuff like that. If you're a good trader, go ahead. But for as a fundamental investor, we have to understand that regardless of whatever company that's out there, if you are able to identify a company with strong fundamentals and it's good, regardless of the price of the company itself, you need to understand that on a day-to-day operation, the company is still able to run it in a sense, regardless of what pricing investors out there are actually valuing this company at. For example, if you look at DBS, you know that DBS is a damn bloody good bank, correct? Regardless of price, that the price $19, $18, $20, doesn't matter. On a day-to-day basis, their operation and activity are still running accordingly. Yeah, you might see them retrenching some stuff during down period, like such a recession and stuff like that. But that is kind of expected, However, that being said, so if a good company, they are, I would say they do have the capability and ability to ride through any form of disruption in a sense, as long as they are being well managed and overlooked by the higher management and stuff like that. So another reason why corporate governance is also very important when you look into a particular company itself. Next question. Do you think retail investors should hold on entering the market as of now? Personally speaking, I have no opinion with regards to when we can enter the market. I wouldn't want to time the market because I do not know how to time the market, and I have no way of telling when it's gonna be the next crash, or if there will be a bull for the next years or so kind of thing, or whether the market is actually recovering at this point of time. So one thing I do, or one thing I am able to share with my friends is that if you are confident and after your research and everything, it do indicates that this company have a good fundamental I would say prospect. In order to mitigate the volatility, this risk itself, one thing you can do is to average in a value average in, and I actually touched on value average in one of the portfolio management webinar session in the past, so you all can just check it out back then. Yeah. What are my feelings on Tesla share? So I have my feelings is I try to keep emotion out of it. So with regards to Tesla share, one thing I can say is that they have a good prospect. And the reason why I like them so much is also because one of the books that I read regards to biography on Elon Musk. I like where the company is heading. I like their vision. I like their I would say their end goal in terms of wanting to change humanity or wanting to change things as a whole lah, in a sense. Yeah. So what other future prospects Tesla portrays electric vehicles? Okay, so for Tesla itself, you need to understand they are not exactly in the automobile industry. Yes, they are part of it, but they are also in other industries such as artificial intelligence, autonomous driving, still what? Their battery within the energy portion, as well as the big data itself. So big data, as we know, it is something very, I would say something very big, not say big, but something in 21st century is of certain weightage in a sense. Like what we can see in Google, they're actually collecting a lot of data, such as like the cookies that you're seeing. So for example, if you were to search maybe like shirt or a particular brand, you do able to see multiple pop-ups or advertisement that is related to the previous search that you have actually done. Similarly to Tesla, they are able to collect multiple data and stuff like that to actually help, I would say, the company to evaluate on drivers' habits and stuff like that. And this might actually, I would say, help in their future. I would say one of their project in terms of the insurance sites, as well as to study a driver itself, or for their height, like the Grab Hitch kind of thing. So what Tesla want to do is actually to study drivers' pattern. So for example, under what kind of condition are they driving more reckless or more safely, under what kind of weather condition, at which period of day and time, during rush hour, during the peak hour, what are their driving habits and stuff like that. So these are actually able to help insurance to price in their policies accordingly as well. Second thing, for hitch ride and stuff like that, autonomous driving, this automation and stuff like that actually makes one of the studies actually shown that it's 40% safer compared to a driver behind the wheel. That also doesn't mean that it's, I would say, accident free, but at least it's 40% safer. That's one way we can look at it. Yeah. So with regards to their overall, I would say, future prospect, I would say they do have a decent outlook, and they are, I would say, way ahead in terms of comparatively to their competitors in the respective industries. Yeah. So we understand actually Tesla is not within one industry. That's why it's also pretty hard for us to study or research on Tesla itself, because they're actually split up amongst different industries itself. So yeah, I do hope I managed to answer some of the question here. If you all have further more question, do actually drop me a DM. Yeah. Yeah, or we can take things offline. Without further ado, I'll just thank you guys for the time, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.